Before we get into today's episode, this one is brought to you by Flowdesk, the email marketing platform I use to run my own newsletter at Line Creatives. If you've been putting off starting an email list or you're on a platform that just isn't working for you, Flowdesk is worth a look. The templates are beautiful, it's easy to use, and it's built for small business owners. Get 25% off your first year at flowdesk.com/c/Line Creatives, but I'll make sure to drop the link in the show notes.
Why should we even have social media? In this day and age, whenever someone wants to work with somebody, no matter how big the company is, how small it is, they're going to Google you. They're going to Google the company. They're going to look for reviews. They're going to look, whenever you go to a new restaurant in a new town, you Google the restaurant, look at the reviews, and look at things. That is why you need social media.
Welcome to This Might Get Creative, a Behind the Brand podcast by Line Creatives. I'm Svenja Line, and in each episode, I sit down with local business owners and entrepreneurs to share their stories, how they got started, what keeps them going, and what makes their business stand out. My goal? To help more amazing businesses be seen, supported, and celebrated. So grab your coffee, because this might just get creative. Welcome back to This Might Get Creative, a Behind the Brand podcast for business owners and entrepreneurs who want to pull back the curtain on branding, strategy, and what it really takes to build something that lasts. Today's guest built her company after living through deployments and constant relocations as a Navy spouse. What started as a solo venture is now staffed by fellow military spouses, women who often face real barriers to steady employment because military life, oh my God, keeps uprooting them. Danielle is the founder of the Virtual Helping Hand. She's a mom, a military spouse, a business owner, all at the same time. And she's not the only one wearing all three of those hats. A lot of women listening are juggling the same exact combination. Danielle, welcome to the show. So glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on. So I really like your story because, you know, you're living through challenges and you're living through difficult situations, but at the same time you're helping other women that are in the same situation to turn skills that they already have into real income from home. So what do you see most women underestimate about themselves when they start?
Oh, the biggest one will be this fear that they lack any kind of work-related skills. Again, I was a stay-at-home mom before I started any of this, so it was a lot of moms are like that, where they have to realize that being a stay-at-home mom, you're literally doing everything. Like that takes time management, that takes organizing skills, communication, because you got to communicate with your spouse, especially military, communicating with your kids, because that's a different ballpark in its own. And so many various other things where I'm like, no, we have the skills, we just need to translate that to the work world, but you have them already. So that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I mean, my husband is not in the military. However, he goes on business trips a lot, but which is a little bit different, but it must be hard to be responsible for everything, for your own job, for your own business, for your kids, you know, and with your husband being away all the time.
Oh, I tell this story all the time. Our second deployment, which was the first one here in a whole new state. So I have like no support system in this area, and I have a toddler, and the business for the first time was like really taking off. And I'm in a house, first house ever, first homeowner. I don't know anything. I grew up in apartments. So like, I was like, I don't know what to expect in a house. And so that deployment, the HVAC went out, and it was in the middle of summer, and I didn't know what to do. Like I told everybody, I was like, I don't even know like how to Google. I literally Googled who fixed the HVAC, and then I Googled where do I find them. Like that was such a struggle. But going through it, you know, I use that story to show people that women, mostly as women, because that's who I like to really target to. Is as soon as like I'm helping the moms, no spouses, we are ambitious, we are driven, when we will get stuff done. We'll find a way out of no way. And that's another selling point I tell other military spouses, other moms, other stay-at-home moms, like, you are resilient. You are.
Yes. And how many times did you move, by the way?
Oh, we're about to do our third.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then every time you had to start all
Yes.
over again, or?
Essentially, yeah, because it's a new state, so I have to get everything new, figure out the area. It takes me so long. I am not good with directions. It takes me forever to find my way home from Walmart. Like, so that is going to be my biggest struggle when we move. But yes, moving is not fun. Not fun.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't imagine. We had to move a couple of years ago. Well,
Hmm.
long time ago now. We moved from Parsippany to California,
Mm.
and then 4 years later we had to move back. So that was no fun at all. But you
Yeah.
know, that was that one time.
Yeah.
Um, so, but walk me through how do you help these women, or how do you structure your business so that you, first of all, you can work from everywhere,
Yes.
and then also how do you work with the women that are helping you?
Yeah, so I'll answer that in order. First, how do I do it? I structured the business out. Thankfully, in 2026 now, like everything is virtual. A lot of stuff is virtual. So that definitely helps. And then because I did start as a virtual assistant and it's definitely grown since then, it was I never had to worry about explaining to people that I'm virtual. Like everyone knew off bat, oh, she's not gonna be around. And then structuring my time of the day around my kids, around life, so that I got into this steady rhythm of, okay, every few hours, and time blocking is my friend. So every few hours, I'm like, okay, I'm blocked in for these couple hours. I block in, do work, and I take a break. And I come back, do work, take a break. That rhythm has definitely helped. And then as the business grew, impl- I showed that to other women, especially I started adding to my team that like we don't have to sit here locked at the table or at our desk the entire day. We can move around. Um, and then showing up when I am in those hours of working was also key to the client, to everybody around that like when I'm here, I'm here. It doesn't matter if I'm virtual, I'm still here. So that helped the business, the structure of it, so that I'm able to do stuff while still running a business. And then uh, taking it anywhere. Again, love that it's virtual. So I can literally be anywhere and still do the work. And then because I built up that worth ethic, that schedule, it's kind of like engraved into me now at this point. So it doesn't falter. Now, when I do need to move or do have like something big and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be at the desk for a couple of days, I'm so thankful for the team I had built so that I can confidently give them whatever I was working on, or confidently know that, okay, I'm going to be gone for a few days and nothing's gonna slip. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's super important. That's I recently, just maybe this year, was it this year, maybe also last year, where I really started working with contractors, so that I can go. I mean, we talked a little bit about, but I'm going to go on vacation. So, but during the vacation, everything is, set so that I don't necessarily have to be here. But that was very helpful, and took a lot off my shoulders, because
Yes.
it's hard if nothing is working when you're gone.
Exactly.
So
So
yeah.
actually, never had that problem.
And just a question, and I'm just thinking about it. So when you move to a new state, you have to business license and everything that has to be renewed, right? Or
So I do have to go, legally and paperwork wise, say, okay, like I'm no longer right now. I'm in Virginia, so I do have to go and say, okay, it's moving. Stop giving me taxes. So
oh,
I do
okay.
have to do paperwork that says like it's moving. But thankfully, it's just a change of address, and then I do have to re-register in that whatever state I'm in at the time. So like federally, just say new address, and then state level, I do have to tell the state key like I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
thankfully, it's not as bad as of a process I think people think it is. It does take time though, so I do have to be careful of like that gap. Um, waiting for the state to like give me the green light, which first usually lines up with me getting a house together anyway, unpacking and all that stuff. So it's usually
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, and what inspired you to start the virtual helping hand?
Ooh. I love telling this one as well, this story. I tell everybody I stumbled into entrepreneurship. I was working at a YMCA. I did not see this for myself. So how it started is my husband and I got married in 2017. Have found out we were pregnant a couple months after, and then right, and then a month after we found out he was deploying for the first time. That was the first one. So I went through second and third trimester birth and the first 2 years without him. It's
Oh my God.
thankfully I was in my home state, so I had like my support system, my family, my friends around. But having a baby without your husband, that day to day was terrible. Uh, I was definitely the type of like go getter. Like when I met my husband, I was dating. We were dating. I was going to school and working, so I had that already drive in me. He asked me while he's in the middle of the Middle East on his first deployment if I could stay home with our daughter for the first year, just to give him that peace of mind. He had, he paranoia. He wanted to know his baby was safe, and I was like, I was yeah, I had a discount on childcare. I planned on going back after like 6 months. So I was like, okay, give him that peace of mind. I was like, I'll do it. Oh my God, that year was hard. Um, that following year, I called my boss, which is now the beginning of 2020. I called my boss and I was like, I'm ready to come back. Like, let's get this ball rolling. I had my fingerprint appointment, the background check in February, and I was scheduled to come back March 1st. We all know what happened in March. So now I'm sitting completely bored out of my mind. A couple months into the year, I had a friend who had a business and she had to let her staff go because of the whole COVID. And I was like, girl, let me help you. I'm bored. I have this baby. Let me do something. And so she did. And so I was doing admin and social media work. And that's what started it all. After I worked with her for a few months, I was like, I have to keep doing that for my sanity. So I did some research and realized what I was her virtual assistant, her VA. And once I figured that out, there was no stopping me. I learned how to do it. I watched other VAs. I joined communities where VAs were sitting and learned, watched. So thankful for the clients I've had these past years and have let me play, have let me grow. I've watched them. They trained me, and it's grown so much now. Like now, I mentioned before, it's past just the regular admin. We now add operations behind it, website design, branding. It's been amazing. So that's how I started by accident, and then I
That
ran.
if you're a business owner and you've ever wondered why your brand isn't pulling its weight, I built something for you. It's called the Brand Audit Scorecard, and it's completely free. 10 questions, takes about 5 minutes, and it'll show you exactly where your brand is strong and where it's losing you clients. You can grab it at linecreatives.com/brand audit scorecard, and the link is in the show notes. All right, let's get back to it. That's awesome. So, you just mentioned it a little bit, but what do you offer? Like, what are the services that you offer to your clients?
Yeah, so we still offer like the admin, still some basic VA service where like do this task by this day. We still do that, but we combined operations and strategy behind it. So when someone comes to us for social media support, we're doing more than just creating your graphics. We're creating it. We're watching it and studying and learning the niche of the client, hashtags, the comics, analytics behind it, the whole 9 yards. So we applied that to everything. So we literally, it's so much easier to tell people what we don't do because we try to do a lot. But we do, like I said, admin and like everything that comes with that, operations, so back end, funnels a lot, CRM management, setup, website design. We are official Wix partner. I'm working on getting official with Shopify. Email marketing. We do branding, logo designs, graphic designs, of course, and I feel like I'm missing something, but basically we just do a lot. Do a lot. And it's so much fun and we love it. So
that's awesome. And so I'm assuming that you're working with like graphic designers and others. I'm assuming that that you are not doing all of it, but that's your team. That is.
Yeah, my team definitely. I mean, I can. Don't get me wrong, I can, but no. I delegate. So my team, yeah, as a whole, we do it. But yeah, my team, I have one who just finished her master's in marketing. So she's like our go-to for everything with marketing. I'm another one who, man, her graphic designs are unparalleled. I thought I was good, and then I saw her do it, and I said, I'm never touching anything ever again. So,
That's awesome.
but, well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been amazing.
So when you so now that we're talking about graphic design, do you have a marketing challenge that you are still working through, or maybe you worked through it and you found a super awesome solution that you would like to share?
Ooh, marketing challenges. That's a good one. You know what? Me personally, I'll say me personally, like I struggle with making video content, which is what it is now. You can get away with some static posts, and get it, but if you really want your page to grow, you gotta put your face out there. And that is where I that's where I struggle for sure. Oh man, I told myself I need to work on it. I even bought a selfie stick, like the tripod, and I have yet to stand it up. So,
It's funny. I think you're not the only one. I think there's a lot of people who have exactly the same problem,
yeah.
and that because taking a video is obviously I'm struggling with it too. So it's just very time consuming in my opinion. And
For
I do know you have to have it on social media in order to grow your channel. But and this is the question that I'm always struggling with, and maybe you can solve this for me. Social media is so big,
yes.
right? You have your I don't know, Instagram channel, you have your Facebook, you have LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have to be on it because otherwise you're not visible there. However, you can also, in my opinion, you can also run your business without social media.
You can, for sure. You can.
So
You
there's
can.
a lot of time that is being spent, to
Yeah.
be on social media. So since you're the expert here,
Okay.
what is the most, why do we all have to be on it, first of all?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second question is, how can we make sure, besides taking videos, how can we make sure that the content is being seen by the people you want to reach?
Great question. So first, why should we even have social media in this day and age? Whenever someone wants to work with somebody, no matter how big the company is, how small it is, they're gonna Google you. They're gonna Google the company. They're gonna look for reviews. They're gonna look whenever you go to a new restaurant in a new town, you Google the restaurant, look at the reviews, and look at things. That is why you need social media. If you want a complete stranger to work with you, to trust you, to learn you, give them something to look at. If not, they're just gonna look at you and be like, I don't know who you are, and there goes that immediate lack of trust, and then that can just go a whole nother ballpark. So you need it. It's like a visual resume, is what I started telling people. Again, they're gonna look you up, and so give them something to look at. So that is why you need social media. Now, what to post is always fun because I like to tell people. I just did a whole training on it. I should probably do another one where the 3 pillars of social media is what I call it. So the 3 topics of things you should be posting: engagement. Again, that one's kind of self-explanatory. Educational and tips, so people know that you know what you're talking about. Again, they're going to look at this first before they even talk to you. So let them know, oh, this person knows exactly what they're talking about. So, and then lastly, promotional. Everyone gets a little icky when you talk about promoting, self-promoting, but it can be done tastefully, but it still has to be done so that people know that you're even open to taking clients, that you're even open to do whatever it is you're doing. Those are 3 things. Now, how do you post to find, or so that your ideal audience can find you? That is where each platform is a little bit different. When it comes to Instagram, hashtags. I'm sure we've all seen videos or reels, and you click see more, and it's like a dozen hashtags down below. That's what you want. Because when people go to Instagram, again, they're going to look stuff up. If I'm looking for a balloon archer, people like the balloon arch, I'm going to search on Instagram balloon arch. And if that's a hashtag on somebody's page or somebody's post, it's going to pop up for me, and I'm going to look, and now here we go. So hashtags on Instagram are like keywords that someone's going to search in. So that's for one. When it comes to LinkedIn, LinkedIn is all professionalism. So no LOLs over there is what I tell people. No ha ha ha's. Don't go too crazy. Um, over there, the topics, how you get found on LinkedIn is the topic of the post. So hashtags aren't going to work over there. You can put like everyone's for fun, like, oh my god, this was so crazy. Hashtag relatable. That's okay. You can't put a dozen hashtags on LinkedIn. Instead topic what you're saying and you're writing in the caption, use keywords in there. So again, if I was looking for a balloon archer, I would hope that she would post things like, here's a balloon arch I did for a 5-year-old birthday party. Like that's all it would take. Um, Facebook is sort of the same way because hashtags don't really work over there either. They used to. They don't work anymore. I tell everybody, I feel so bad when I see them. I'm like, guys, it doesn't work anymore. I tell everybody, Facebook is selfish. Facebook is greedy. They want people to stay on Facebook because of all these other platforms. People are, not on Facebook anymore. So when you post on Facebook and you want to post your link or your calendar link or scheduling, don't put that in the caption. Put see below. I'm sure we've all seen captions where like look down below or check the comments for the link. That's because Facebook's going to say they're going to push your post out thinking you're sharing something to keep them on Facebook. So when we say check the comments down below and then you comment the link below, it forces people to look at the comments, and Facebook thinks, oh, people are looking at your posts and looking at your comments and they're commenting. They're going to push you out more.
So my question, because that's like Facebook, I don't go on Facebook.
Yeah.
But let's say you have a business page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You can invite all your followers
Yes.
to follow that page.
Yes.
Right? But how do you get people to follow your page that are not your followers on your personal profile?
That is where you can, well, there's a couple ways. One, if your personal Facebook page is public, then share your Facebook business page's post to your public Facebook. That will think, again, Facebook is greedy. They're going to be like, oh, people are sharing your post out. They're going to push your business out naturally. So I tell people, share your own post. There's nothing wrong with liking your own liking your own post, commenting on it, and sharing it. It tricks the algorithm into thinking someone else is doing it. They don't pay attention that it's you. They just see this gets likes, this gets shares. Let's push it out. This is clearly something that people want to see.
So I would share it. So I would share then this post on Facebook. I would share it then with my husband, with, I don't know, with friends.
Mm-hmm. And Facebook will see your business page and be like, oh, that shared recently. Keep up that consistent. You don't have to do every post. You can pick like consistently, but not every single post. And then after a while, it's going to start pushing it out on its own because Facebook got tricked into thinking this is something that people want to see. So let's show people. That's how to do it organically. It does take time. Unfortunately, everything with social media takes time, but that is the best way to do it organically. If you're just like by yourself doing it. And then of course you can tell other people, if you're going to networking events, you tell people to like your Facebook page and stuff like that. And then again, the more followers you get, the more you're sharing your own posts, the more it's going to push it out. Yeah.
And what about the same problem on LinkedIn? You have a LinkedIn business page. Obviously, you want to share the information that you have on the business page.
With LinkedIn, they care about you have to watch your connections. Unfortunately, LinkedIn cares about the numbers. So if you are, again, not on your business page, because a personal, your personal LinkedIn and your business LinkedIn, two different algorithms. Your business page is never ever going to get any kind of push like that. It's mostly there for other professionals when they're looking you up. Do you even have a professional? Does your business have a LinkedIn? It's good. It's one of those where it's good to have. Don't expect growth over there at all. It's just good to have because again, they're going to look you up. They're going to look your business up. But your personal LinkedIn, this is where you can share your business again on your news feed. But I would tell people focus on those connections first. Unfortunately, that's what they care about most. So when you hit like about 400 or 500 connections, your page will naturally get pushed out more because now LinkedIn believes you're a real person.
So the connections, 400 to 500 connections on your business page or on your personal page?
Your personal page. I would never focus on connections on your business page unless you're like, I just wouldn't. I would just, as long as you and like your team, if you have a team, are following it, maybe a couple friends, but no one's gonna look at the count over there. They're gonna look at you. So
Okay. So, and then regarding the posts, what to post on the different platforms, like LinkedIn, I feel like that LinkedIn turned a little bit into a Facebook now.
it is definitely going into that way where people are starting to share more personal stuff. And I think that's because of this wave, especially this year. I've noticed a kind of shift where because AI is everywhere, and social media and influencers, people are seeking real and authenticity. So I've noticed this shift on LinkedIn as well, where before you could post a business, I just got a new promotion, and like that would blow up on LinkedIn. You post it now and it's not. Whereas if someone posts on LinkedIn something personal about like sitting at the computer and like the screen cracked, that's gonna blow up on LinkedIn more than the professional post. So as this new wave is going, I would just not promote, I would tell people, keep it professional, but sprinkle in some authenticity
Yeah.
with this new wave this year, for sure.
Okay. So, and then now going back to Instagram.
Yes.
So for a while, and maybe you're the expert, so you can tell better, but for a while it was all about the carousels, right? So, but carousels, I don't know. I don't read carousels.
Yeah.
But are they still important or no?
I will say yes. But now it's more about before it was like the posts in all graphic posts and static posts, the words were covering the graphic. Like you could put like a whole little mini paragraph when people would read it. Not anymore. So I will say carousels, yes, but limit it to the amount of slides you have in there. So like, when these people say, here are 3 tips, and then they have 5 slides. Like, let's not do that anymore. You have here's 3 tips. Give me 4. One's the cover that says 3 tips, and then one's half a sentence of what the tip is on each slide. And then that is where the caption, where you can put a little, you can go a little longer in it. But for sure, I would say carousels work. Just limit the words you have on there, and then limit how many slides you actually have, because nobody's going to sit there anymore and slide through, here are 10 tips. Nobody's doing it anymore.
No. And so then you put all that information into the caption, I'm assuming.
Yes. So I will say put it in a caption, because this is a good way to, I like to do this. Someone who's serious is going to read it. And those are the people we want, they're save everybody's time. Those are people we want. And so that would be where you put the details in the caption. But for those who are just simply scrolling, quick little scroll, keep it short and sweet on those carousels. Yeah.
And also no links in Instagram.
Yeah, no links in Instagram, because you can't click a link on Instagram. So that is where you see people say in their graphic, in their captions, they'll say link in bio, or there's this app called Mini Chat where you can connect to Facebook and Instagram, and that's when they say drop a fire emoji and I'll send you the link. And then that's a little automated system. You see people drop a new fire emoji, you set it up in Mini Chat, and now a message gets sent to them immediately. Another way, because Instagram's owned by Meta now, so again, you're tricking the algorithm into thinking, wow, she's keeping people here. Let's push this post out. And you're like, no, I'm not. But it's a quick.
Okay. So, and then what besides carousels? What's another good post to engage, especially the engagement part? Because I think a lot of people, because there's so much. So I think a lot of business owners, they're posting and posting and posting and just like throwing information out there. But I don't think there's real engagement on those posts because everybody just scrolls. So what is a good post that makes people react?
So that would depend on your niche for sure. But so I'll use mine. That's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all about operational support. So when we want engagement, we're going to ask you a question that makes you stop. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so one of them being, the one that we're working, we have a client right now where we're cleaning up her onboarding system, her onboarding whole thing. A
Okay.
lot of people don't pay attention to that, but so we're cleaning up her onboarding. So like I would create a question, like a simple graphic with a question that says something like, has a client ghosted you during the onboarding? And then tell me about it. Or in the caption, I put like a couple options of like why. But that would encourage them. If I'm a business owner who just lost a client during onboarding, I'm gonna stop and be like, I did. Tell me how I can fix it. So asking a question that will make a person stop.
So,
We-
and then you put that, for example, that ManyChat
yes. So then
emoji.
I would put like the caption would literally, my graphic would say, have you ever lost a client during onboarding? And then like I'd have like on there, I'll use a fire, put like a fire if your answer is yes, and I can help tell you why. And so now someone's gonna comment the fire, send them and the mini chat can set up like an automated response, and then now they're in my DMs, and we all love when they're in our DMs. So now they're in my DMs, and then I can take over from there for sure.
And then for your clients, if you're working with your clients and you're working on a post like that, are you the one then replying, or well, maybe?
Sometimes, sometimes it depends on like what it is. Sometimes we do have it automated depending on whatever, like especially if they're promoting something. That's when we use that more. So because we can't keep up with all those. But if it's like a regular post like that, then yeah, we are in there engaging. So somebody will comment, we come in and comment behind them, like their comment. If there's ever a comment or a message that comes in where we're like, ooh, we'll leave that one to our actual client. We let them know, hey, you might want to check out this comment left by this person. Definitely your ballpark. So
Okay. All right. And then last week I had like a lunch and learn with someone who also specializes in the engagement and social media in general. And she said that videos are the most important now. And that brings us back to our problem child,
yes.
the video. But while she was talking, I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can create those videos. But she especially said that because of AI and because of everything now is perfect, the imperfect videos are more successful than the staged videos.
Again, that comes back to this wave of, because of AI, everybody wants authenticity. I literally have this video up on my page where I was trying to have like a cute morning in the life of a mom and a business owner. And I have my two kids' cups, and I was gonna pour them milk and then coffee in mine. I spilled because I'm trying to like hold the phone and do it. And I spilt it. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it because at that point I was tired. I was like, I don't feel like editing this video. I was like, I just need to get something out there. So I left it, and that blew up.
Really?
That blew up to like other people relating, like, and it was just funny where the only reason why I didn't cut that out was because I was too tired to edit it. I said, I'm just gonna do it. It's fine. And yeah, like, the video's literally me like trying to hold, like I'm holding the phone. I pour my coffee and then I spilt pouring their milk, and I just go and just kept going. So, yeah.
So, and that's what I struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to show the whole world everything that I do. Like
No.
not everybody has to know, I don't know, that I drink coffee in the morning. I mean, it's cool and it's maybe relatable, but why do I have to share that? So that's my thought process. Why do I have to share everything with everyone? This has literally nothing to do with my business. Why would I share these things just to add to the noise of social media?
So you are not adding to the noise. Again, this goes back to when people look you up, when they want to work with you, they're going to look at your page, right? And you want them to know that you are approachable, you're relatable. This is more than just business, especially us solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, like we get so invested with a client that it's more than just like, they're not just another ticket. They're not just another person. And as a person, we want to feel that way. No matter how big or small the company is, you go to Walmart and you have a mistake, you want them to be able to fix it. So you're posting it to be relatable. Me posting that video show people how I'm a mom and I'm still relatable, even though I have this business. You posting that and then when it comes to videos, you don't have to put your face on there. You can just like, again, like how I was doing, record yourself, record the coffee being poured into a cup. Just relatable. And then you can put like a comment like, Folgers is my favorite coffee. What's yours? But like that shows like, ooh, I also like Folgers. Like now I'm open a little bit more to talk to you. I see you're relatable. You drink coffee, I drink coffee. Like small connections like that will matter.
Definitely a lot to think about. And but like this is why I think a lot of business owners and they get frustrated because there's so many things to think about. Okay,
Yeah.
so I love coffee post video, then the carousel with, I don't know, the thought leadership or whatever you want to call it. And then static posts don't really do well, right? Anymore?
They do, but you gotta be careful about them. There and again, this is one of those where I can give all the tips in the world, right? But everybody is different. I had one client where videos did terrible. Like it didn't matter if it was a video of her face or something. They didn't do nearly as well as her static posts. Her static posts were what did it. Whereas with other clients, it's flipped. So um I do tell people like when we're first starting out, it's gonna be a learning curve. We're gonna like just trust the process. Trust the
Yeah.
process. So, but yeah.
And how long do you like roughly? I know social media takes time, but roughly how long does it take for social media to really work?
If you do it right, and humbly speaking, we do it right. 60 days, you'll start seeing real progress. I tell
Okay.
everyone the first month is us trying multiple things, seeing what works, what doesn't work. That's where watching the analytics come in and things like that. So we learn what works and didn't work in month 1. So month 2, we're doing obviously only what worked. And our goal is by the end of that second month, you're starting to see either your engagement is up, you're consistently because it'll spike. So we're talking consistently. Your engagement is up, your likes are up, your followers may have increased. The amount of interactions you're having has increased. So if you do it right and you stay committed and consistent, 2 months.
So and then
But you won't see like if you have like 500 followers today, you're not going to see 700. But
Yeah.
you might see 500 today, and now you have 510.
Yeah.
Now who tells you that it's working?
Yeah. And then so when you talk about the analytics, what especially do you look for in the analytics?
Yeah, so when we look there, we look at what times when we post them, what times work the best. Some people, 8 a.m. is when most of their people are up and looking at their stuff. Other people, it's 11 at night. So we're watching things like that. When is this post actually being seen? We're watching just because somebody didn't like your post doesn't mean they didn't see your post. So we're paying attention to, we're watching that ratio, but we care more about who's seeing it, how many are actually seeing it. Because how many times have you scrolled on your own social media and did not like something, you saw it and we're like, oh, that's cool. And then moved on. So we're watching those. And that's when we watch the hashtags, watch which ones are actually working when people look them up. Did this hashtag actually get pulled again, if I'm looking for a balloon archer and I didn't hashtag balloon, but I hashtag balloon archer. And we noticed balloon archer is not getting, not popping up. Okay, well, let's try balloon. Let's try balloons.
So
like playing like that.
so where can you see how hashtags perform?
There's a few different places. One obviously is you have to go to Instagram.com like on a desktop, not on
Oh,
a
really?
phone.
Oh,
Yeah, and you
okay.
can see them that way. I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of platforms you can look at, and because of AI today, you can even take your Instagram page and take ChatGPT to do it. So
Oh,
that's probably the easiest way. I would just tell everybody, just go ahead and what you could do is we watch it every week on different platforms and like that, but you can tell chat to look at your posts engagements from this day to this day and ask it whatever you want.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, and then obviously, are you looking at I know we're going very deep into the social media
Yeah.
problem, but I think that is a big topic for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, do you look at when you look at the engagement or who saw your posts? Are you looking at your followers or the non-followers?
Both. So we're paying attention to both because, I mean, yes, we want our followers to see us, but sometimes, especially, we've all been there, your followers get stagnant. They stop commenting, they stop liking. So we're paying attention to them as well as the non-followers. The non-followers to us matter a smidge more because that is where someone who doesn't know you, and how many times have I think we've all heard tales all the time. Sometimes strangers are your biggest supporters. So um, we're paying attention to the non-followers a smidge more. We want to see, because we want to make sure your page is getting pushed out to non-followers, to the strangers that you don't know yet. So we're looking at both. And then we're also looking at, like, you can break it down from there to like men and women, age groups. And that's how we also help some people who don't know who their target audience is. We can learn it from this. So
Okay. So, and then obviously you look at the performance of one post versus the other post, like let's say video post versus the carousel post. So, and depending on which one has the most engagement.
yes, then that's the one we're going to continue to do. So yeah. Now we're
Okay.
not going to stop. Like if we did video and carousel did better, we're not going to stop videos. We're just going to not as much. They're not going to be as frequent.
Okay. Interesting. So, now let's talk about your brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you first started, you know, you had like, okay, you had this idea, you helped, and then it developed into something bigger.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that having a brand is important in order to grow further?
Still learning that now. No. I really realized it in 2023 when I tell people, like, use me as a learning curve. We're to go back to like on my personal page, I did not mention my business at all. Like it truly, I just did it behind the scenes and would post pictures of flowers. And then like I kept the business completely separate so that when people, which is a problem when I'm like talking to somebody and they're like gonna go back and look me up, and I'm not talking about anything I do. I didn't get, especially if I accidentally forget to like tell them to look me up on like social media. They're not gonna look up the virtual helping hand. They're gonna look Danielle up. And so I realized I had to work on connecting that and feel like, whoops, my bad. I do have a company. I learned that in 2023 was when that big shift came where I was like, I have to put my face out there a little bit more. I have to actually talk about things on my social media a little bit more. Started joining networking events a little bit more and like putting, so that when people thought of the virtual helping hand, they thought of me. And I kept that up to where now it's flipped. When people think of me, they think of the virtual helping hand, which is what we want. Like I tell people, what's it? I just want blank on that man's name. Jeff Bezos. When we see him, we see Amazon. We don't, and so same thing. You want them, when they see you, they see your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you think, did you not talk about your business at the beginning?
Ooh, there's a lot. I went into that one. One was that fear of like the people who actually knew me in my personal life. What are they gonna think? Are they gonna like? What are they gonna think? I'm seen as this class clown, life of the party type of person, and now I'm telling you, I can build you the website. You know, like that was probably one of the biggest hurdles. Was like, what is everybody who follows me, who knows me, going to think? And I had to realize, who cares? Who cares what they think? I'm not doing this for them. So that was the biggest one. And then it became, I'm going to get judged for what I say. What if I say something and like someone in the business field doesn't agree with me? Like now what? Like, you know, like there's just so many. And then I went through this phase where I did not have confidence at all in myself. I was just like, can't do it. Sorry about it. Like, where no one would, I tell people all the time, if I can get them on a call, they'll see that I know what I'm talking about, but I could not for the life of me do that for a while. So like those were the big three: fear of what everyone was going to say who actually knew me, fear of being judged by people who knew better than me. Well, like I thought, like, you're in the game for longer than I am. You're going to judge me for what I'm going to say. And then the lack of confidence. Those are the big three as to why I did not say anything for a while.
And I think that is a big problem for a lot of people.
It is. Yeah.
That especially at the beginning, because you're just starting out and everything is kind of intimidating because you kind of have to figure everything out on your own.
Yeah.
And in order to build the confidence, it takes a while. It takes a while to be okay with calling yourself the CEO of your business, And
Yes.
I feel, and maybe because I'm a woman, but I feel that a lot of women struggle with that more than men do. Or maybe men don't talk about it. They do, but they don't talk about it.
Probably it.
Yeah. But how did you overcome it? Like what happened? Or what changed?
A few things changed, but the biggest one was I started doing affirmations. And I know, trust me, I was that person who was like, affirmations, like, what? I'm smart, I'm kind. Like, I'm not going to walk around doing that. But I took it and I realized I had just finished this documentary. It was so random, but like things connect in your brain. I was watching this documentary on like how the placebo pills, and how doctors will throw in a sugar cube on your medicine, how your mentality truly can like transform your body. In a sense. So kind of crazy that in my brain, I was like, okay, well then let me start saying, this is before I built the business. I started saying I have a team when it was just me. I started saying stuff like that where what I wanted was what I was saying. I have a team. I am highly sought out. And again, not like it didn't matter about the money to me. It was more about me. So every affirmation I've ever used, even to today, I don't put money to it. I just say I am fully booked. I am highly sought after. My team is expanding, things like that. When it came to posting more on social media about my business, I would say stuff like it started off a little cliche. So I was saying I am confident. It did. So I was saying like, I am confident, I am bold, I am like things like that. It did start off cliche. And then it grew from there to other stuff. But saying it every day made me believe it more and more. And we already know seeing is believing. Now that you're saying it, I believe I'm a highly sought after. I'm going to walk like I'm highly sought after. And it worked. So affirmations, but they don't got to be corny. So, yeah.
No, I agree with you. And I think affirmations and the manifestation and all these things, because you involuntarily, you give your brain the proof that you are highly thought after. You're proving to yourself that it's okay. It's this is what we are. And then eventually your brain will believe it. And then things will happen.
Yes.
Because if you're still doubting yourself, it's not going to happen because you kind of block things.
Exactly.
No, I totally believe in that. I believe in manifestation. And I have a funny story because a while ago, a friend of mine, we were reading the book, what was it? Was one of those manifestation books. I don't remember the title, but it talked about money and manifesting money and things like that. So we were like, okay, let's go through the process. And it was more like fun. But we were listening to the book, and so I walk my dogs every day, and it's always the same path. And then we were talking about this manifestation and the money and blah, blah, blah. And so starting with that, eventually, it's so funny because I kept finding money on my walk. The same path that I always walked. I never found money before. But then all of a sudden, after reading and listening to this book, I kept finding like 25 cents, maybe, I don't know, a cent. And then eventually, so I picked it. Every time I picked it up, I'm like, look, I have money. I found money, and it was funny. And then I found $5, then $10. And I'm like, oh my God, this is really working. And my friend did the same thing. And we had this thing. So every time you find money, even if it's just a cent, you have to pick it up to tell the universe that you are, serious about it. Because if you leave the money sitting there, you don't really want it. So, and so then she calls me from the mall. And a guy, she was standing in line and she sent me a picture. The guy must have sat in his car and in like gum or something, but there was a penny stuck to his butt on his jeans.
Oh,
And she's like,
no.
what should she do? How can I pick up this penny? She didn't pick it up. But it was the funniest thing because that penny was stuck to his butt and she couldn't get it. And it was a conundrum because how can I tell the universe that I'm serious about money, but I can't feel this penny off his butt? Yes. So no, but manifestation works. And
I like to say that, again, when you say it, you're looking for it as well. Like you're going to find a way to get to it. Like, you know, when you're driving and you're like, I've seen a lot of white cars. And now you see is white cars.
Yeah. Or you want to buy a certain car and then all of a sudden everybody drives that car.
That we just bought a car last year. I have never seen this car before. And now it's everywhere on the road. It's like I've never seen this car around before. So I like to say also the affirmations help you find it. You're good. The more you say it, the more you're going to go and try and do it.
Yeah. No, that's a very, very good tip. And I do believe in it. So
awesome.
But now it's already 45 minutes, more than 45 minutes. So if people would like to get in contact with you, where can they find you?
I'm everywhere. No, I'm kidding. So you can, again, search me up on Facebook and Instagram because I'm actually consistent now. Danielle McDougald, or my website, the business website is www.thevirtualhelpinghand.com. My email is Danielle@thevirtualhelpinghand.com, and on all social media platforms, Virtual Helping Hand. So.
Perfect. And I'll make sure to add all those links into the show notes.
I appreciate that so much. This was fun.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, of course. And yeah, if anybody would need some help with a virtual assistant, social media, or with your branding, you can give both of us a call. Okay.
For sure.
All right. Bye. Thanks for listening to This Might Get Creative, a Behind the Brand podcast by Lion Creatives. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the show and share it with someone who loves discovering local businesses and creative entrepreneurs. You can learn more about my work at lioncreatives.com or find me on Instagram, lion.creatives, and LinkedIn at Lion Creatives. Until next time, keep showing up, keep creating, and keep getting seen.